Okay, so once we know our audience, all of these people on our tea trays, yeah, or who influence our tea trays, can then be can then look at our idea. Yeah, we want to make sure that our audience, our existing audience of people, whether they are customers, suppliers, advocates, or just the person next door, if we have them within our tea tray, within our audience, yep, we want to obviously know what they think of our idea. Yep, because that is who we've got as our route to their networks. Yep. So if, for example, I invented some mechanism for inducing cryonic sleep in space, yep, that's all very well and good, except I don't know anyone in the space program. Yep. I mean, so if there's no one on my tea tray connected with NASA, for example, how could I get it into orbit? Yep. Actually, technically, that's not true, because I do know a guy who was chief engineer on several space shuttle launches, and who knows Lovell, who was one of the crew, the 3 crew on Apollo 13. But you kind of get the idea that it's all about the circle that we actually move in, and then understanding the circles that our stakeholders and our contacts, our audience moves in, can then help you to get out to wider audiences. But we don't want to rely upon single contacts for that access to their networks. So does your audience know your idea, want your idea, and believe in your idea, and see value in your idea? It's important to do as much market research, as much testing the toe in the water, as Sindra talked about before. Yeah. And is there a group of people who really warm to your idea, and focus on why? It may not be, as we've already talked about, for the reasons you think. It may not be because of the education they can gain. It may be because that jar happens to match their kitchen. That jar happens to be so unusual that they thought, I've got to try that. It could be because you mentioned organic, or they could just go, well, that's nice, but I don't care. Yep. So everyone is potentially different, and they don't all live our values. So once we get to understand why an audience group warms to our ideas, we can use that for research. And then we can also see that these people are potentially our target clients or our target advocates. And don't neglect the rest of your audience, whatever you do, because they could be invaluable because of all the people that they know. Yeah, because we all know people who know people.